Hello everyone, this is Juniperus of Yamadori Bonsai Studio. Today I wanted to talk about the history of this tree a little bit. Because this tree is a Juniperus sabina turifera. It's a subspecies of sabina. And in 2007 I acquired this tree during a workshop in Switzerland with Piers Nottel's place. During this time, it was an enjoyable weekend with a lot of people and a lot of people from Belgium as well. And during this time, we run a workshop with Piers Nottel, and he has a own style that he likes a lot, and is making umbrellas. For him, that's a very natural opinion of making bonsai and bonsai trees. From then, this tree was made from raw material. Was started from raw material and had the first styling at Piers Nottel's place. When you saw that it was very shaped like kind of umbrella style, like everywhere an umbrella. So every foliage cloud looked like an umbrella, even the apex. Also, this branch was still alive back then, and also had this kind of style. After that, in 2008, I repotted it for the first time in a training pot, and I wasn't really that satisfied with the shape. So, in my opinion, something else had to happen. So, this is quite a special tree. If you see that movement in the live vein, it's pretty special and especially for this size. That's what I like about this tree. A lot of people suggested that it has inverse stagram to maybe graft roots over here. But actually I like this part of the trunk as well. It gives some feminine feeling to it, like a Gunjing style tree, and I like that quite a lot. So in 2009 I removed this part and made it a gin out of it. And then I went to Itoigawa to take it to a workshop, and we worked together on it and we styled it. After that, the journey started, and then it got repotted into a rye pot. Non-bond style was not bad. Then when the tree developed more better and more, then I saw the tree myself several times. Then I was at Kobayashi's place in Japan, and I found the perfect pot, Chinese antique Shinbunkyo pot. This was for me a very special pot, and I got a very nice price for it from Kobayashi when I worked over there. So I was quite happy with that. Then in 2014, right before the trophy, the tree got submitted for it, and I repotted the tree in that Chinese old pot. So I was quite happy that it got submitted. But the only thing what I didn't like about the tree was because this sabina foliage, I'm not really fond of that. Everybody has his own opinion about that. But a lot of flowers go into them, and they need to have more growth and flowers. But because it entered at the trophy, in that same year, it generated a lot of flowers, and this happened that I lost a few branches, and I was not very happy with that, because they were male flowers, and where the male flowers come, no buds generate. So then I put it back into a trading spot after the trophy, and because it lost some branches, and some branches that I needed in the design. I was quite sad about this, of course, because I already had the tree for 7 years already in that time. So in 2014 I transplanted, in 2015 I transplanted it after the trophy in a bigger pot, and then I let the foliage grow. As you can see here, still the old foliage. Then after that, I think 2 or now 3 years ago, I started to graft with science, with small branches. I started to graft it with Yamadori, who teach me to do it on this tree, and who did it on this tree exactly. It was the first time he showed me this technique. And from then on, I want to show you what we need to do afterwards, because when they grow out of the bags, the plastic still needs to stay in place. And when they start to grow out of it, you need to cut them a little bit, and then they start to grow out. And then you can remove the plastic, except for the plastic at the joints, where they start, where you have the joint with the regular branch. And then also what needed to happen was the old foliage you have to cut away after some time. But because of that, you need to let them grow, and the ones that are here you need to cut. So like this, for example. So these grafts could get more light and air, and then it can grow. So after 2 or 3 years, I think last year this tree had its first styling. And what the things that we saw is, because we grafted with itoigawa juniper, and they are quite strong species, is that the texture of the bark of the sabina is getting the same texture as the itoigawa juniper. And not only that, because the branches tend to thicken faster, and even as well the live vein, even this root as well. Because it's grafted, the tree is getting much stronger. So that's the fun part to see. But not only that, even this foliage, what had a different color and what was a little bit longer and not that beautiful, because I can show you later on, this changed and got stronger as well. So this was a very interesting fact for me. But what we now need to do is, these are the last sabina branches. So now it's time I can cut these finally. But first I'm going to show you how it looks when it was grafted, and how the foliage tends to get different and the tree tends to get stronger. So as you can see, the foliage and the itoigawa grafts, they grow a lot, and this in only 3 years time. So in a few more years you can have a perfectly beautiful finished tree out of it. And I will show you, like here was a graft that on that spot over there. And the fun part is that the branch and this is getting the same texture as itoigawa has, and it's starting to get bigger and bigger. And as you can see, the itoigawa foliage is perfectly healthy. But even on these ones, these are the sabina leaves, they start to get nicer in color and less flowers, and a very long healthy growth as well, because of the grafts. It's quite nice to see and quite special. So this is a very interesting part. So as you can see here as well, the live veins are growing faster and faster, because you see the bark crack a lot faster, like here, as well as this root over here, and here you see the bark crack as well, very fast. So this is quite nice. This is one of my favorite trees, and as you can see, the foliage is really healthy. I really love this tree. Very nice movement, beautiful spiraling deadwood, and a nice, and also the nice size. I'm quite happy that we grafted it, and to see those things that the tree got stronger as well. Now we need to extend the new foliage, because these branches need to get longer and bigger as well, because you need to grow taper into them. So these ones, we can still let them grow, and as you saw, they're quite healthy and they grow quite fast. We already put some branches in wire, and they're now starting to bite in. So in a couple of days I can remove these branches. And as you can see here, we already have a foliage cloud in here as well, and here starting to develop one as well. So this one needs to grow up, because you need to balance the energy. But what we can do now is we can remove these, the old sabina foliage. And this was something I wanted to show you, because now you can see the full design. Of the tree without its original foliage. So now all the original foliage is gone. It's come back. The joints are growing very fast, very well. They thicken quite well. So now we need to grow them out, and then we need to create foliage clouds again. So we need to clean them afterwards. Not this year, but maybe next year. And then we can shape them again. Here's another one. This one we can cut as well. So now all the foliage of it is gone. So yeah, would love to see this from the start. Yes. As you can see, the shape is already almost there. Give this tree 2-3 years, and then it will look already beautiful. Not ready for exposition, but that will have a beautiful shape. So it looks quite nice. Yeah, I'm very satisfied. It's a lovely technique that I learned from Manuel, and I want to thank him a lot for this.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Hello everyone, this is another sabina juniper that I got. This one was in a collection of a good friend of mine, and he was a little bit tired of the tree. So I swapped this against to another tree that he liked more, and actually this tree was in a totally different position. The tree was lifted more like this, straight up. I will show you a picture during this video as well, as from how it looked before. And when I saw the tree on top, I was thinking, wow, this would give an incredible movement of the tree. So what we have done, because I saw the tree on top, like here, and the tree was in a position like this, and I saw this movement, and I thought, if the tree would become like this, then it would look really, really, really incredible for me. So that's what I've done. I've made this crate, and I've lifted the tree that way up, put it in a mix of Bims and Akadama and Kiryu, and adjusted them to this side. We didn't do anything onto the roots because I wanted to graft itoigawa foliage onto it. Why itoigawa foliage? Because I like the foliage, and this is not bad foliage, and it's not a male the one that gives male flowers. So, but yeah. Then the first thing what we did, we let the tree grow and give some good long growth. And then last year we started to graft it. I can show you later the grass, but now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 grafts, and they need to grow. And every grow is going to here and to the grass. But because the grass need to get stronger and grow as well, we want to create light and air for the grass. So the ones from here we're going to thin out, so these grass can get more growth. In the future what we're also going to do is, here's also a piece with a lot of movement and we want to bend this part closer to the trunk. Here's one graft, and that graft branch we will wire to here in the future to create an apex over here. Here's one graft that will become a first branch. Here's a graft as well to have a back branch. Here is a graft that we create here, where we will create a branch over here. So this will be quite a very compact tree. Now what I also saw was one branch over here is lying on the ground, and roots are starting to develop over there at that branch. So it could be interesting because here there's also a part in future where we need to graft roots or something, but maybe it's even more interesting to put some soil onto the bark and maybe roots will grow. So if a branch of this size, it's more the size of this, if there already will grow roots with just only some soil, maybe here as well. And then you can reduce the root ball, and then we can put this one into quite a small pot and make it a very compact composition out of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut. And we're going to thin it out a little bit. So a lot of growth will go to the grafts. So a lot of air and light can get into it. That's quite important. The joint of the grafts is still so I'm not only removing parts from here, but also weaker foliage. And foliage that's between the joints of the other branches, from the primary to the secondary branches. So all energy can go to the growing tips and as well to the graft. When the grafts are starting to grow very well, I also can remove, because I still have a little bit of grafting tape, I also can remove those in future. I think pretty soon, in a few months or so. As you can see here, the roots will be grafted, or we will air layer it. You see that there's no inverse taper then, and that you have a nice thick base. It gives a lot of nice movement and deadwood features. We still need to improve the deadwood in future over here as well. Then you see you have nice twisting live veins over here, going like there, over there. And this part we need to bend closer to here, because here we have some nice movement as well. Here we have the part that we grafted, so more air and light had to go in, so this can grow more freely, and then in future we can remove these branches. Here is one as well. It's growing quite nice. Here's one growing as well. Here as well. And the one that will become the apex as well. So this will be quite impressive, I think. Even from the other side it will look quite nice. From this side you also have an incredible base with nice twisty live veins and deadwood, and some movement as well. So in future this can become a very nice tree. As you see, we thinned it out quite well. These we're going to let them grow because they're necessary to have a lot of growth and for the grafts to grow as well. Okay, nice.